What's up, folks? Well, today's actually chest day, but I was having a discussion with someone not too long ago, a couple days ago I believe, about deadlifts. And obviously it went to sumo deadlift, conventional, you know, this versus that, what's better, what's less optimal, so on and so forth. And I thought I'd make a video on why I am so pro conventional deadlift. Now, this is probably going to make a lot of people mad. I hope it doesn't, because after all, it's just an exercise in the gym. I mean, surely you got better things to get angry about. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of sumo deadlifts, and I'm going to tell you why. I feel like they are just another way to circumvent the distance between the weight on the ground and lockout. Okay? I don't see any other reason to do them. You know, there's always going to be some arguments that, well, if sumo deadlift is so easy, then why don't they do them to set the main world records, this, that, and the other? I'm not saying this to make anybody mad, but generally the people that are setting those kind of world records don't want to do it with a sumo. They want to do it conventionally. I'm pretty sure if you hear them talk, because they think conventional is the way to go. It's the way to train. And I'm going to tell you why. Now look, there are people out there, I know, I train beside them all the time, and they will sumo deadlift 500, 600, 700 pounds. And you know what? They could probably smoke me on a conventional deadlift any day of the week. But that does not make the points that I'm going to make any less valid. Okay, that just means they're stronger than me. That's all that means, and that's okay. A sumo deadlift versus a conventional deadlift. A sumo is just, I don't think it's really my opinion. I think it's actually a pretty well understood fact that it's not really a functioning movement. When you train them, and I'm going to show you what I mean. When you train a conventional deadlift, it is a functioning everyday movement, just like a bench press. I mean, in life you push things away. Overhead press. In life you pick things up over your head. In life you squat. In life you pick up things off the floor. All right? And you're like, well, same thing with a sumo deadlift. You pick up things off the floor. You do. But when you pick them up in that fashion, if you use the sumo style, you're not going to be picking it up as far as you would the conventional, and you're not going to be mobile. See, it's the lack of mobility, in my opinion, that makes the sumo deadlift inferior. That it works, and it also works less muscles through a shorter range of motion. Okay? Now, if your goal is to lift the heaviest weight and that's how you can do it, then do what you want to anyway. Doesn't matter what I say. Train how you want to. I'm in no way telling anyone how to train. I'm just telling you what I do and what I think. The shortfall of the sumo is you can't go anywhere with it, and I'm going to show you. With a conventional deadlift, which just mimics an everyday movement in life, you bend over, you pick something up off the floor, and you're mobile. You get it? You can move around with it. And the only thing that is keeping you from moving around with the weight is the weight, if it gets too heavy. Okay? Let's go with the sumo. You're stuck. You're stuck here. Like, you really gonna walk around like that? No. You're immobile. This is what you can do, and then you can put it back down. And somebody out there might say, well, you can pick it up and then get your legs like this and walk around with it. Well, then you're in the position of a conventional deadlift, aren't you? You see what I mean by non-functional movement? When I train with the big compound movements, okay? I think they're the very best way to build overall strength in a program. And it's not just that I think that. That's what the literature shows. And it's not just that that's what I think about the sumo deadlift. That's just what the literature shows. You know, I don't care, frankly, if people call it cheating. You know, if you're competing and that organization allows sumo deadlifts and you only pick the bar up 4 inches off the ground, that's their rules. You know, if they're not going to call it cheating, well, why should I? I don't care, because I've got the option to lift sumo just the same as you, but I choose not to. All right, that's not my argument. I'm just merely talking about the benefits of the conventional deadlift over the sumo, because it is in fact a useful everyday movement that lends itself to mobility when the lift has been made. Think about you're lifting the corner of a couch, all right? Well, think about if you did it sumo. You're not going to go anywhere with it. You're not going to move it across the room. You're not going to unload it off of a moving van, are you? Or anything else you pick up for that matter. The sumo is only good for lifting something up a matter of inches and then putting it back down. When I train, I want everything I do to be useful outside of the gym as well. Okay? Now, that's just my philosophy behind my training. And again, I'm not saying this to make anybody mad because they do sumo deadlifts. You do what you want to do. These are just my opinions based on my training and my experience. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear about it, you know. But I would ask that you would be as calm and respectful as I have been while making this video. You know, a lot of people get bent out of shape when it comes to this subject. I mean it, like crazy bent out of shape. Like you've insulted their religion or something. I'm just talking about a different way of doing an exercise and the fundamentals behind it. Anyway, if you got any comments, leave them below. Catch me on Instagram. I'm still figuring out how to work it. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys watching my videos, all that do. Okay? Thank you.